After the tone, please say United States of America.
United States of America.
You have one old message. To listen to your messages for calls within the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean, please. Your account balance is $37. The cost of this call will be 21 cents for the first minute and 21 cents for each additional minute, excluding taxes and other applicable fees. The time limit is 15 minutes. Press 0 to continue or hello, you have a call at no expense to you from
Stefan Stern.
an inmate at
Osceola County Corrections Department.
To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press or say 9.
5.
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking.
I got
Hey.
Stefan. Hey.
Yeah.
You called and the phone just flashed a call coming in and then it just hung up.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, figured I'd try Mom after I tried you 3 times, so.
Yeah.
To the stage. Right. Can you hear me on both now? It's going to take some testing this business on this. You heard my tummy. That's a good sign. Right. Now if I play. Oh no, I'm not going to press play there, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, how you guys doing?
What are you up to?
Not much. I got a late start at calling you this evening, so I'm probably only going to get the 1 call.
Well, where have you been all week?
Well, I mean, I've been here, you know, so. And
I know that, but take you all week to call you to get access to the phone?
I've been mostly sleeping the days and nights away. I've been feeling so tired lately.
Bless your heart,
Okay.
you little twat.
What's that?
I said, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. How are you guys holding up?
Oh, good. Same old, same old.
Well, no, we're balls to the wall getting ready because she's having 8 puppies.
Oh, wow, okay. Wow, that is,
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
what's that?
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
Oh, that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while back, some of the nurses or officers were talking to each other like, let's just take the day off today. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. You know what, guys? Let's all just take the day off today and come back tomorrow.
That'd be a great idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They save so much money if they just put everybody in ankle bracelets and let them go home.
Well, that would be counterproductive. They want people to suffer.
So you're going to suffer enough once you go to prison, but if you're just in jail waiting trial, I don't know why you can't be on an ankle bracelet and come home.
Because suffer.
Suffer. Okay.
Okay, that's not going to work.
Yeah, we suffer too. We suffer right along with you.
Yeah. If I went home, that'd be, too tempting for me to do something and not go to trial, probably. So they want to make sure that they have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet? That's not right.
But it's fine. I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering too in her own way. So.
I'm not as much as you are, sweetheart.
Well, she lost her daughter.
Yeah?
Her whole world was turned upside down too.
And you lost, a wonderful person to chew up too.
Yep. But everyone's world got turned upside down by this. No one is having a good time here. Just remember that.
Has she tried to call you, or have you called her?
No. In fact, I'm under a strict no contact order during at least the trial. I'm not legally not supposed to contact her at all.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much standard operating procedure.
Okay.
And I'm almost kind of glad you guys aren't able to visit me or haven't come to visit me, because I feel like if you were to see my face, you guys would be a lot more concerned.
Why? Did somebody beat you up?
No, it's hard to get beat up in isolation, but I am very thin and my eyes are sunken in and I've got dark circles under my eyes and I look like hell.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm just very drawn and sort of emaciated looking. Even the social workers said, they came and visited me on Monday and they said, it looks like I'd lost some more weight. So,
Yes,
I have no idea how much I weigh now, but I can see myself getting thinner.
How the fun's holding up?
Well, I saw that
You just said it right loud enough.
Last Friday that we talked. I hadn't made any orders since then, though. So I just got the box today and saw that. So as of today, there was $16 left. But I did need to make an order. So actually, if you get a chance, I need to drop about $50 or so in there if you can.
Oh, fuck
off.
I ordered a buttload more coffee, a few more hard candies, some sleeves of saltines, but I needed to get some hygiene items as well, so I got some dandruff shampoo and some washcloths.
Okay. Did you get the books yet?
No.
maybe it's because I did it.
To that effect, Dad, were you ever able to follow up with the people at the mailroom and find out what's going on?
It's not posh now.
Yeah, we found out that the address that was given us is the wrong address, and so now we have the correct address, and so now we're trying to chase down where the order is so that we can get those books returned and order new books for you.
Really? Damn, what the hell? It was in the inmate handbook. I guess I need to update this stupid inmate handbook. So what, do you have to send the books to this actual address here at the jail?
Yep.
Wonderful.
And they had already returned the Cotta book. So I guess whoever at the other part of the Osceola.
No. I remember we double ordered the books. That was the last book I returned.
Oh, okay.
Because I took it to Staples, and then it's, oh no, this isn't us.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Okay, so I guess
Disregard that.
once you get the book sent to this address, they should get through then.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing we figured that out, I guess. I don't know why they haven't updated this stupid handbook.
There's the sound.
Me either.
It's pretty silly. They're handing everybody this thing and it's got the wrong information.
So I found a file folder that had your operative report from Irvine when they did your kidney, so we're sending that to your attorney.
Okay.
Sarasota Hospital, I still don't have anything on, but apparently since there was a lawsuit and it was finished, we can go through our Rebecca or somebody can go through the Sarasota County Clerk's office to get that complete transcript of that.
Okay.
So they need to jump on that and do that. But I've got this operative report here that you were going to, when you were looking at the Navy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send that. And I found your original high school diploma.
Oh, cool.
And your original birth certificate. So you now have 3 here at the house for you.
Oh, well, it's good to have spares.
I just made the deposit for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I got some more root beer barrels in that order, some Starlight Mints, and I also ordered some butterscotch discs just to change it up a little bit too.
Oh, I love butterscotch.
Yeah, I figured the old man candies are probably the ones that don't sell out the fastest.
Old man candies?
Yeah, the root beer barrels, butterscotch, the mint,
What sells out the fastest?
What's that?
What sells out the fastest?
Jolly Ranchers, sour fruit balls,
okay.
things like that.
Gotcha.
Of course, I order for the sour fruit balls just in case they're actually back in stock. I'd like to try them out at some point.
So you know what Jolly Ranchers are like, so.
Oh yes, they're delicious, which is, why I'm really bummed that I can pretty much never freaking get them.
They have lemon drops?
Yeah, they got like lemon heads, lemon drops.
Oh, okay.
But they're more expensive.
You must be pursing your lips when you get those.
Well, I haven't gotten any because they're over $2 for a pack of them.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about one of those little box packs or a bag?
I'm not sure. I guess I could order them to find out, but I'd rather get stuff that I know I'm getting better bang for my buck. So anyway.
I can't believe it took you going to jail to learn how to budget.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Silver linings.
Yeah. There is one.
Yeah, it took me going to jail to have some clarity on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
About what's really most important in life, about how cavalier and careless I've been, and with all the people and things and whatnot that I love and enjoy. And
Can I ask you a personal question, Stefan?
Sure.
Did anybody ever abuse you sexually?
I don't know about abuse, but I mean, I was kind of sexualized early on.
By who?
Kids in the neighborhood. I had my first French kiss when I was 6 years old. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Remember Nick Poland on All Stars Court?
Was it him?
No, it was his sister.
Oh.
Samantha.
Uh-huh.
We were all playing hide and seek. I hid in the closet. She found me and planted one on me, and there was her tongue.
Well, she has her mother as a great example.
Well, she was also like a year or two older than us, so who knows what the hell was going on there.
Yeah, she was just experimenting. Somebody told her about it. She was trying it.
And then, of course, a lot of the kids in the neighborhood used to go around flashing her, and me included. Girls used to flash me and stuff. And I don't know, it was a weird time. The 90s were a weird time.
Yeah, it's pretty promiscuous.
Yeah. I mean, even the next door neighbor, Diane, used to, show me what she had going on, so.
Who's Diane?
In California.
The old lady next door?
Her daughter.
Oh.
Our granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, well, anyway.
Well, it's just that, they say that sometimes when you, like children that you have been an abused child, and it was intimated that perhaps we had abused you in some way.
No, he has never did. And strictly speaking, I'm not actually into younger people like that. As you know, I don't even like most kids, so it's just hard to feel a generalized attraction towards any of them.
Was it just her, or was it other people as well?
I can't get into specific details, but no, it was not a thing with anybody. It was
All right, got it.
but I don't want to get too much into details or
Yeah, I know.
confirm or deny anything officially, anything that could possibly be used against me. I mean, I haven't seen the inside of a courtroom yet, so it'd be kind of stupid to be making anything that could be construed as an admission of guilt.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering who I needed to go Mama Bear on if they had hurt you as a child.
No, unfortunately, shit was just weird back in the 90s, and unfortunately I got exposed to all that stuff pretty early on.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but none of it was your guys' fault.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I would hope you'd feel better. You have nothing to feel bad about in that regard. I mean, it might have been a little more heavy on the discipline that I would have cared for, but yeah.
Well, look what I had for an example of when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I didn't treat you as bad as my mother treated me, so.
Yeah.
And you probably would have been a better father.
But anyway, there's no point in getting into that.
No.
A while back I would have joked around and said, hey, but I turned out fine, but I can't really say that right now.
Okay.
So,
No, can't say that.
But, I'm praying every day and still holding out hope and praying to Jesus and asking for his help and his mercy and asking him to help deliver me from this if it's possible, and to continue to give me the strength to endure it and get through it and to continue watching out for her, take care of her.
There's no problem with. She's in the best place she can be, if not here.
Yep.
1 minute remaining.
I'm sorry.
These things go so fast.
I know.
Well, I'm not going to be able to call you again tonight just because it's already really late, and by the time the cool down period is over, it's going to be like 10 minutes until the phone system shuts off.
Okay, darling. We'll try again.
I will call you back tomorrow evening, though, and I'll try to get an earlier start at it, okay?
Okay, love you.
I love you too, Mama Bear. I love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
The time is 8:09 p.m.
If you believe that you are the victim of sexual or physical abuse,
press star 9021 after this message. Press 1 to place a. Please enter your PIN number followed by the pound sign. After the tone, please say United States of America.
United States of America.
You have 1 old message. To listen to your messages, please return to the main menu. Press 0 to make a for calls within the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Please enter the area code prefix. Your account balance is $32.20. The cost of this call will be 21 cents for the first minute and 21 cents for each additional minute, excluding taxes and other applicable fees. The time limit is 15 minutes.
press 0 to continue or 1 to hear additional cost information.
call at no expense to you from
Stefan Stearns.
an inmate at Ossie. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey there.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey, the guard just let me know that she's going to need the phone back in about 5 minutes. I think someone else wants to make a call.
okay.
So this will have to be brief. Probably the last one of the night, but I'll push it till she needs it back.
All right. Well, better than nothing.
Yep. So anyway,
Waiting for you to call back was long.
what's that?
Just waiting for you to call back seemed like forever.
Turn the light on.
Then it just goes by quickly when we talk.
Yep, same for me. Time creeps by when I'm waiting to call back, and then just slides by real quickly when we're talking there. Just like I said, just like my breaks at work, 15 minutes is never quite as long as you think it is.
Yeah.
But
Hey, how's your eyes? Do you need reading glasses?
if I did, I don't know what kind I would need. For now, they serve their purpose. But even my attorneys noticed at some point that I did seem like I had to kind of squint to look at what I was reading.
Okay.
I think it just depends on how tired I am, how strained my eyes are, all that. But yeah.
What do they have provisions there to provide reading glasses, or what?
Yeah,
or can you have reading glasses?
You can get reading glasses off the commissary, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you check into that and see which ones work for you? And I guess that's the only place you can get them, right?
I've just got it on
Yeah,
mute
probably.
at the minute.
But that would be a matter of trial and error because they have like 3 or 4 different magnifications, I think, and I have no idea which I would need.
Well, try 150, 1.50, and then go to 175, and see which works.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I mean, can you try them on?
I think you have to buy them. I don't think you get to try them. There's no way to make the order and pay for it and then send it back,
Well, what if they don't work? Can you send them back?
You can't.
I don't know how that works. I could ask somebody, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll find out. How much are they?
Like $3 or something like that.
$3?
Something like that. I'm not sure.
What are they, like paper 3D glasses?
They're plastic.
Well, yeah, I'm just being facetious.
Yeah, it could be more. They might be $4 or $5 or $6, something like that. I
all right,
don't remember.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Yeah, it could be even $12.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I saw them, but I don't remember how much the price was.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
How you doing with your stuff that you got from the commissary? You have enough to
Well, he's fat and sassy.
Yeah, I've got enough coffee, hard candies, and saltine crackers to last me through the end of the month here.
That's a couple more days.
Yeah, the other snacks kind of went faster than I expected them to, so I think from now on I'm just going to stick to coffee, hard candies, and saltine crackers.
Yeah, well, once you get your books, you'll have something to occupy your time.
Yeah, but hard candies, saltines, and coffee, those seem to give me the best bang for my.
Okay. All right.
Chips and things like that, the pickles and all that, it just doesn't last the way you want it to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard to have just one per day,
Yeah.
Especially with the meals like they are, and you never feel full after a meal, so you always feel like in your stomach, especially after dinner, because that's around 6 or 7, and then there's nothing else until like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, and me, I'm
well, you've had a lifetime of snacking all night long.
Yeah, well, plus my metabolism doesn't help. Oh.
Yeah. So.
See, what's really killing me though is my back and my hips.
The bed.
Yeah, the quote unquote bed. Your bones sink right through and rest on the floor underneath. So, it hurts hips, and then your knees are resting against each other, and it's tough.
Yeah.
And then the lights are on. In these pods in Surfside Watch and Medical, the lights are always on overhead, and so they're real bright. So you try to find a way to block it out, and any way you lay is just terrible.
Yeah.
And you get all the debris from the floor that ends up on your mat and your blanket, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Just really keep hoping that something's going to break in my favor with this trial.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I have to have hope about something, you know. I have to maintain some sort of hope, otherwise I've got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've always given my guardian angel one.
Well, you've been there. You've been there for what, 3 months now?
Yeah, at the end of this month it'll be 3 months.
March, April, yeah, 3 months. So.
Well, like I said, the whole process could take 2 or 3 years before it's concluded. So, and I've already been told that if the prosecution is smart, that they'll drag it out as long as they can.
Yeah.
So, who knows what's going to happen? So, just keep hoping we can find something.
Well, as soon as you get some reading material and we know that arrives safely, then we can arrange for other stuff.
Yep. That will be good, having my own little mini library with stuff that I like to read, instead of just what, you know.
So when they move you from cell to cell, how do you move your stuff around?
I toss it all in my blanket, close my blanket up, put my blanket up into my mat, and then that's it.
Oh, they move you, blanket, and mat.
Yep. Typically they'll move me with the mat, but if they don't, I'll take my blanket and everything and just hope that they clean the mat in the new cell well enough, which last time they did not.
Yeah. Right.
I found a whole wad spit underneath at one time.
Yeah, so you get to, well, you should, maybe complain to management.
No.
Yeah, well, I'll be sure to include it in my Yelp review.
Yeah, yeah.
1 star, accommodation suck. Food terrible.
Yeah. Well, the idea is not to be there, but too late for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, Stefan, I could never have imagined that we would all be in this situation. I just couldn't. There's no way I could have ever even visualized. It's just awful.
Yeah, me either, to be honest.
Well, I mean, things kind of went sideways, whatever happened with, so you knew that was going to go down a rat hole.
Yeah, well, I never in a million years that she would not be around anymore, so.
Yeah. So once that went sideways, whatever happened, that was all she wrote.
Yeah, well, I can handle a lot of things.
What's that?
I said, still has not been heard from except for an interview she did with the newspaper where she told everybody that she did sleep with you guys and she did sleep with you in the other room.
As I was going to say, I can handle a lot of things, but one thing I just can't reconcile or figure out in my mind or wrap my head around is the fact that, doesn't get to live anymore. There were a lot of things that I wanted to see for her, She had another year or so before high school. Learning how to drive, figuring out what she wanted to do with her life. I was excited to see where she was going, I was really impressed with the person that she was finally growing into.
Well, got a whole lot to talk about. A lot to own up to.
Well, again, I know you can't talk about this, but it almost sounds like you didn't know something had happened to her.
Well, I discovered her, in the state that she was in after everything was said and done. So, obviously I can't get into detail, but no, I was not aware that she had, passed on. As you know, I'm up and down throughout the night and, was not in the room the whole time. Right. And it's not like you just suddenly feel someone's ghost pass away from them. It's a discovery. And
So she wasn't even in the same room with you?
well, she was in the room that I started in, but I'm up and down throughout the night, and I tend to wander around the house and fiddle around on my phone and step out front, feel the nice cool night air and all that. So I was gone from the room for. Obviously, I really can't get into too many details, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't discover what had happened until just around dawn.
Okay. Interesting.
Because I discovered that she was ice cold.
Well, all I can say, Stefan, is that my heart breaks for you because I know that's something that you never would have done and never would have wanted to have done to her. And
Right.
neither would we.
Damn right.
I'm angry on your behalf that it happened, and I'm angry that you got dragged into it by them. So I'm just angry.
Was there anybody else at the townhome that was not a regular person?
No, which is why I keep saying that I'm not sure that there's any one person honestly to blame, but they're certainly trying to blame me. And according to the autopsy report, like I said, raises a lot more questions, but they seem to be settling on trying to say it's homicide. Right,
Okay.
so it has something to do with bones in her throat, but take that to mean what you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But I would never have done anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're the same person that cried when I asked you to dispatch a little bird that broke its neck or something and was flopping around.
Yeah, same person that cares about people, cries at movies.
Yes, I know.
And then there was Skippy.
Skippy, yeah. Rue.
Jaybird.
Jaybird, yep, I remember them all. Burying them was very hard for me.
Yeah.
And
All I know, Stefan, is when I look at a picture of you and I look into your eyes, I don't see a monster there. I don't see a bad person there. I see my son who I love. That never will change.
well, thank you, and I know that I'm not a bad person or an evil person or a monster.
No. But you do need to dive into the Bible head first and stay in it because you need grace. You need God on your side as a warrior on your side.
I keep asking him to help me through this somehow. I know that
And do you still have a Bible?
I have a Bible. I have a King James version.
Okay. Well, we're looking into getting your large print Bible. So I want to make sure that this delivery gets to you, and then I can order one from the publisher and get it to you large print, so you won't need glasses.
Well, hopefully it does. We have no idea how often they pick it up or how long it'll take to get here and get sorted and get delivered, if it does at all. But I haven't received any written notification of anything being returned yet, so.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll judge it from there. So we'll just make sure that we're timing this right. So the Bible will occupy the majority of your time.
Yeah, I keep praying to God for help, for some kind of miracle. I know I've probably run up my divine credit as far as miracles go with my guardian angel and God working in overtime to keep me alive as long as they have.
Remaining.
But I keep hoping for one more big miracle, one big salvation. And
have you got some way to keep a journal of notes that you would take from reading the Bible?
I can get a pad of paper off the commissary, and I can get more pens and stuff too. I think my commissary is about -$10 by this point, but I know I can get a pad of white ruled paper off of there.
Okay. So do I need to replenish the commissary yet, or wait?
If you want to, yes. But I'm not going to use it on snacks, just on essentials for now.
All right. How much do I need to put in?
$50.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be dropped down to 40 like immediately.
Okay. All right.
We're about to get cut
Well, we're
off.
just about out of time.
Yep, I'll talk to you later. I love you both.
Love you. All right.
Sorry.
Press 1 for English. The time is 7:48 p.m.
If you believe that you are the victim of sexual or physical abuse,
Press star 9021. Press 1 to place a call. Press 2 to please enter your PIN number followed by the pound sign. After the tone, please say United States of America.
United States of America.
You have 1 old message. To listen to your messages, please return to the main menu. Press 0 to make a for calls within the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Please. Your account balance is $29.05. The cost of this call will be 21 cents for the first minute and 21 cents for each additional minute, excluding taxes and other applicable fees. The time limit is 15 minutes. Hello, you have a call at no expense to you
Hello.
from
Stefan Stearns.
Debbie,
Inmate
Stefan.
at
Osceola County Corrections Department.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking.
Hey, is this a good time?
Hola. Yeah, I was on the phone with somebody else, and first time you called in and inadvertently hit the wrong button. Hang on, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Hang on. Okay, I got you.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Hey.
Sounds good as well.
he's always in the well.
Yeah.
He's in a big room.
Yep, very echoey. Oh,
Did you get any of the books we sent yet?
no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have any notification of anything being sent back either. I had
Okay,
a
all right.
meeting with the mental health director a couple days ago. She said they're
Okay.
going to take me down a step in custody level. So I'm going to be taken off non-acute status, and as soon as a space opens up in one of the regular isolation cells, I'll be moved to one of those.
Okay, good.
Does that mean that we can get a document to you and we can get it signed now?
Possibly. She said they won't put any restrictions on me.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. And when's
Yeah.
that supposed to happen?
What's that?
Well, when is that supposed to happen?
Whenever a space opens up in one of those cells.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's
So,
just on
okay.
space. This is a very crowded jail. There's over 2,000 inmates.
All right. And you'll still be in kind of isolated protection?
Yep, I'll still be in protective custody. I'll still be by myself. I just won't be under self-harm watch.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I won't be in any of the self-harm pods.
Okay.
So that's
All right. Well, I guess that's better accommodations. You'll have concierge services?
not likely, but I might actually have a rack to put my mat on, so I'm not going to be on the floor. Maybe I'll have a seat and a table. Who knows? I won't be surrounded by crazies all the time,
Okay.
or relatively so.
All right.
That should be an improvement at least.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. Any other news or updates on your end?
No. Everything's still status quo. Somebody sent us a link to a YouTube video that, I mean, these amateur sleuths, just are relentless. I mean, they just go down any and every, path they can go. And so this link to this YouTube video, had, tracked all your internet activity and all the sites that you had joined.
Dark web.
The dark web, whatever, but some of the offbeat websites. So I'm sure you know what I'm referring to without me having to name them.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you that all that should exist out there. And, oh, by the way, you know, I sped through this 2-hour YouTube video, and your former roommates at the townhome that you rented, have ratted you out in ways, and fabricated stories, about a shared network drive and video that had been recorded, and supposedly approached your mother about them, threatening to disclose you in these videos, and that we paid them off, which was total bullshit. We've never heard about this until these videos and these asshole friends of yours have managed to get themselves on these YouTube channels and disclose all sorts of shit. Because I can tell you this, if any one of them, and we know who we're talking about, had come to us with that, we would have told them, feel free to do whatever you want. We're not paying you jack shit. If somebody had done something, I suggest you pursue it with them or the authorities, but don't bring this up to our attention ever again. I can assure you that we would not have paid off anybody. It wouldn't have been our problem, and we wouldn't have paid for it, period.
So my former roommates are trying to blackmail you into paying them off?
No, they're claiming that they had supposedly come to us and blackmailed us, and that we paid them money, which they've described it in 2 events, one at a restaurant, and then your mother supposedly showing up at the townhome and with a manila envelope. And you and I know, and we all know, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, didn't exist, never did it.
It never happened.
And if they had done that, I would have said, go ahead and do whatever you want. You're not getting a penny from me. It's not my problem, so don't even come to me with it, period.
Are they aware that blackmail and coercion is also illegal?
Well, it's kind of a moot point when you're looking at the number of years ago this was. And right now, it's their word, it's hearsay, but I'm just telling you what these amateur sleuths are repeating. Matter of fact, they even said that we owned the townhome, which we didn't.
We've been living in $1 million homes, and you were a spoiled, rotten kid because of it. And I'm thinking, we've never been in $1 million home.
But anyway, I'm just telling you the bullshit that goes on out there, which is why I don't pay attention to these YouTube videos. But I'm just telling you, your former roommates have, done a nice job of sabotaging or discrediting your character and what have you. So everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, throwing you under the bus and what have you. But I'm just relating this story of that's been repeated a few times about some video being recorded in the townhome, and that they came to us requesting, and we pleaded with them not to disclose it, and we paid them off, which is just absolute bullshit.
You should be very careful about that because they're seriously opening themselves up to a lawsuit for defamation.
Well, it takes money to sue somebody, and you have to prove it, and so no one's going to take a case like that pro bono, and it's not worth chasing. And you have to prove damages, and we haven't suffered any damages. But I'm just telling you the bullshit that's floating out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, they've done their search, and they've discovered some of these websites that you subscribe to, participated in, or what have you. So I'm just giving you a heads up that they are leaving no stone unturned as they go down a rat hole chasing this shit.
Crazy.
Yep. Yep.
Don't even try to figure out why they did it, because we can't figure out why they did it, except
Who did it?
the roommate.
Okay. All right. We moved on past that.
Yeah, but the thing is that these YouTube sites give people a chance to talk with complete immunity, because they never check them, they never fact check them, they don't care about the facts, they just care about getting people to click on and pay them money for the YouTube site. So. And
supposedly these hosts of these YouTube channels pay these people to provide this information as well. So whatever that's worth.
And some roommate.
Oh yeah, the roommate. That's really funny. So reading this interview of the former roommate said that both you and were grossly overweight, and you both had gastric bypass. I mean, I'm just telling you, this shit is just what? I don't. They didn't disclose her name, okay? But you know, to say that you had gastric bypass, which you've never had, and that you were grossly overweight, which you never were. Again, it's the bullshit that's just floating out there on these YouTube channels.
Well, some had gastric bypass, but
yeah.
It's not a big deal these days.
Understand, but they're saying that you had it. You know,
they're saying that she refused to take her bipolar meds, which she was very forgetful, you know, and didn't do a lot. But they were saying that it was not ADHD, but they thought she was autistic. And like going, no, she wasn't.
Well,
she wasn't autistic.
It was a question mark. Now, you had one doctor saying that she was possibly on the spectrum, another saying, no, it doesn't seem like it, she's just ADHD. And other doctors didn't know. So it was a question mark.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a three-ring circus out there with these YouTube channels, which is why I don't watch them. Your mother doesn't watch them, but every now and then somebody sends us a link to something. And like I said, I sped viewed it and, came away with a little bit of information and a lot of bad information, misinformation, inaccurate information, but it is what it is. And so I'm not going to bother with it. You know, you have to consider the source and the validity of it, and everybody's highly speculative about whatever they come across, and then they try to make something monumental out of it that just doesn't exist, you know.
I don't know how they can even find jurors that haven't listened to some of this crap.
Yeah.
They can't.
It's tainted. It's tainted. The whole thing is tainted now.
Yeah, they might have to shop it out to a different venue, but even at that point, I think it's going to be hard to find anyone who hasn't heard about all this.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. And the minute they do hear about it, they go in, and even though they're not supposed to, they're going to go in and check the internet, and they're going to see these things. They're going to believe this stuff because they don't know the difference between truth and non-truth.
Fact and fiction.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, if I go in and say, you people are idiots. You know this never happened, and I can't do that because it won't do you good.
You don't want to engage with it.
So, don't want to give them. They're not worthy of the merit of any comments, and they can just enjoy themselves. And then when the truth comes out, then they'll have to do a lot of backtracking. Yeah, right. Okay, sure. But anyway.
I will tell you this, Stefan. You know that we're saved people. You know that we're Christians, and you know that these people came to us many times for help in their living situations, and you know that we helped all of them. I don't understand why these kids think it's so wonderful to jump on this bandwagon and crucify us when we were there for them when they needed us. I don't understand that.
Well, it's because we have fallings out for various reasons, and they can't resist the temptation to kick anyone down because they think they can do it with impunity.
Absolutely.
They didn't have the balls to do it when it was free.
What's that?
So they didn't have the balls to do it while it was free.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they were jealous. You know who was always the one with the little, very, very something on his back, the mouth.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was always so jealous of you. He's so jealous of you. And,
He sabotaged me at every turn. I mean, if you remember when I was working Quiznos, I was in lines for management, so he started working there. Then suddenly everyone's
How's
attitude
that?
towards me changed, and he became a manager.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, that's what he does. He's
And, you know, there were people in our friends group who, for some reason, were under the impression that I was a complete moron.
Hmm.
well, they should check your IQ score.
Well, I know he was backstabbing and trying to put himself above me at every opportunity.
Yeah.
Found
That's
out
because
a
he
while
was on
back
his
that he was
own.
even stealing my possessions and selling them.
Like what?
Airsoft guns. I mean, my street board went missing. A lot of my Pokemon cards went missing. There's the one missing.
Oh, you're talking about when you guys were roommates, he was stealing your stuff and selling it?
Yep.
Huh? Well, no surprise.
Nope.
I believe that.
He needed to support his lifestyle somehow, and did the same thing with his parents' crap too. So.
Yeah.
What else?
I know he peddled his dad's pills.
Yeah, he was a first class citizen. We all know that, which is why he got kicked out of his house.
Yep. And anyway, I'm going to call you back in 15 minutes if I can, because we got the 1 minute thing.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
Right, yeah, YouTube. I just need to end the live here because I
The
need to
time is
figure out what's happening over
3:40
on
p.m.
TikTok.
If you believe
We'll
that
continue
you are
the
the
journey.
victim of sexual or
So keep
physical
your
abuse,
ears peeled
Press
and your eyes
star
peeled.
9
If you're not yet
0
subbed,
2 1.
you make sure you
After
subscribe.
this message,
And I'll catch you guys soon.
press 1 to place a call.